you had grown up speaking a different language, would you be the same person? Now, it's an interesting question, and I myself, as a bilingual person, have thought about it many times, as I express myself differently in Japanese and in English. I've realised that I find it easier to be humorous in English than in Japanese, perhaps because my culture and my humour has been influenced more by British culture, by growing up in England. So this has made me question, if I had grown up speaking a different language, would I be a different person? After doing some research, I came across a statistic that I found very interesting. So 59% of bilingual people claim that they express different sides of their personality in different languages. So I realised that I wasn't just imagining things and that other people have the same experience. So let's look at an Aboriginal community in Australia called the Cookvalley people. So as English speakers, in everyday life we use directions such as left and right, move your cup to the left, go towards the right. Whereas in this Aboriginal community, they use cardinal directions such as north and east. So imagine in your everyday life getting asked to move towards the north. It's quite strange. So could I ask you now to point towards southeast? I mean, yeah, it makes sense to struggle. But these people haven't been born with a different mind, and they haven't got a magical power for direction. They've just been trained from a young age by speaking a different language. So languages can also, they're not just a tool for communication, but they can also teach you what to notice. We can see this happening in many different fascinating ways. Take colour. As English speakers, we normally just use the word blue, so that's one word, whereas Russian speakers use different words for light blue and dark blue. So research has shown that they are 1.5 times faster at distinguishing the difference between the shades. So also you can see this in other languages. I'm sure many of you know that nouns have genders in some languages. So in German, a bridge is masculine, and in Spanish, a bridge is feminine. Oh, sorry, the other way around. The other way around, yeah. So in Spanish, if you ask Spanish speakers to describe a bridge, they're most likely to say it's strong and sturdy, whereas if you ask German speakers, they'll use stereotypically feminine words such as beautiful and elegant. So this shows that language can shape what we think, and this theory is called linguistic relativity, which was a theory proposed by Sapir and Bohr. And they claim that language is not a prison, and that it can shape what you think like a camera lens, so it changes what you focus on. And we can also see this in time, so concepting time. As English speakers, we normally think of time as moving from left to right, so left being the past and right being the future, because we read from left to right. Whereas in other cultures, they can use geographical directions, such as the Yukno people in Papua New Guinea. They use uphill, future, and downhill for past, because it's a very hilly area. And I also came across some surprising discoveries when looking at bilingualism. So 90% of studies show that when looking at bilingual people's academic performances, they are higher because of their bilingualism in seemingly unrelatable areas. Also, research has shown that after intensive language learning, people from 18 years old to their late 70s have an improved attention. Furthermore, as well as, although language can affect your intelligence and the way you may interpret things, it can also affect your health. So languages can help delay Alzheimer's about 4 to 5 years. So even though they don't prevent Alzheimer's, they can also delay the symptoms. So returning to the question, would you be the same person if you grew up speaking a different language? The answer is not simply yes, but as you'd have the same values, you may live in the same place and have the same family, but you may notice different things. Languages don't just give you new words, they give you a new mind. Thank you.